everyone, it's the Witchy Stitchers.
I'm Charlene.
And I'm Morgan.
We are coming to you on an overcast Monday morning. We've actually been keeping on track of our Monday videos.
It works.
We look forward to Mondays. I do, because it's Mill Hill Monday and I get all...
I enjoy it because I get to see the projects I love from Mill Hills.
We have issues.
Sometimes.
So thank you to those who are returning to to watch our videos today. We appreciate you very much. And to our new subscribers, which it seems like our numbers have...
They went up a lot. Thank you.
Went up a lot, so thank you for spreading rumors about us. We always appreciate that. We have a lot to go over this week. She and I have both been really busy. Do you want to go first?
Sure.
All right, let's do it.
So, there's three pieces that I dyed. I'm going to show this one, and then later we'll talk about the other two that I dyed. So, I have a pattern that I want. I can't find my words again. Anyway, I have a pattern that I wanted to start, and I wanted...
English, because it's foreign to you. Je ne sais pas.
I'm reading a book that's all in French right now, and I love it.
I keep telling her I don't know any foreign languages. She rolls her eyes and walks away.
Tu connais le français très bien. D'accord. Anyway, so this is one of the pieces. So I dyed this piece.
It is not showing up with beans.
Oh, that's
It's still not showing up with beans. But you know what? That looks really cool with all this marble in here.
It does. Alright, so I got the marbles actually... The marbles. Oh my god. The marble actually stayed. Sort of. When it was wet, you couldn't see the marble. But this was...
When she done it, it was stunning.
It was orange and yellow and charcoal gray Rit dye.
Yeah.
And it washed out the minute the water hit it in our washing machine.
Yep.
I mean, if I had... We have it. It's covered. You don't have glass over it. But if I had been able to see it, I could have just watched the dye just... Bye-bye.
Science experiment gone badly?
Yeah. So, I don't know what I'm going to do with this.
I think she should put a fairy on it.
That's what I think I'm going to do.
Or a ginormous, find an orange flower, like a calendula or something along those lines.
Like the orange flower in my hedgehog fairy.
Yes, or an aster, something that's got those big, or a poppy.
Oh, a poppy would be beautiful on this. Alright, now I know where I'm going after I get done with this.
Yes, I enable her.
Yes, she does.
I'm a bad mommy.
Let's see. I did some zipper pulls, but I forgot. I didn't grab them because they're for a friend.
What other fabric did you do? Is that it?
This one and mine that's already started.
Okay, so talk about this one. So I found these. I was enabled by Helen D.
Dobby!
So far.
Go ahead, Dobby!
She's fine. She's eating Dad's tennis shoe.
Stop it.
She showed this one, and I also have the water one in my wish list on 123. And Preston loves them. He thinks that they're just awesome.
She's done.
Yeah. So when she started this piece of fabric, it looked, best way to describe it, it looked very camo, which was perfect for this because
it was mossy almost on like a rock.
Yeah, like camouflage. It had the darks, and it was just perfect. And we've got all that black that our friend gave us, and I don't know what it is, whether it's
I think it's Artiste. It feels like Artiste.
I have, Anchor or DMC is starting to feel like Artiste too, the blacks.
That's got a good point. Stitch is just about as good.
We literally have like a Walmart bag, probably a fourth full of this black thread.
And white. We have a ton of white too.
We do. And so I want to put it to use. Perfect way to use it, so let the fabric speak for it. So she dyed this, and when she took it out of the water from the dye, it was like, oh my god, that's
ice
perfect.
Dye.
The ice, yeah. And it was perfect. I was so excited. I was like, oh, I gotta start that tomorrow. And then she washed it.
You guys seeing a trend here? And there goes the cat again.
We figured out, and it's so washed out, you can't even...
It can't, it's really pretty. You can't even see it. It's a beautiful, for like a soft fairy or a dragon or something that doesn't, it needs to speak for itself.
Very masculine, yeah.
But it's beautiful, but it's not, it was brown and it was green and it was just perfect.
So we got to doing some research and looking around because we had not had any trouble with our fabrics at all. Everything was dyeing up perfect. Life was good. And she made a comment about when we dye Easter eggs. And granted, you don't use Rit dye, obviously, but when you dye Easter eggs, you use vinegar. So the next piece that she did, she ended up throwing in a splash of vinegar, and I don't even know if we even measured it. I think she just did it.
It was the same size as
we have a really bad habit in this house. We don't measure anything. We just do it, and 9 times out of 10 it works out. This turned out perfect.
All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna show. Yeah. I'm gonna show it to you. You guys seen it on Instagram already, but I'll explain it in my whips. So this is what I decided on, and I love this piece. This piece, it's not exactly what I wanted, but it's for Nevermore by Luminous Fiber Arts. Or not Nevermore, A Raven's Reply. So this is what I decided on. So this piece is perfect. It even, and I don't think it's going to show up, but there is a white spot up here that looks like the moon, and it's got the shadowing down here. I don't know. Ah, that makes it worse.
No, you can see it a little bit.
There's a shadow down here, and I love this, and I know I'm not going to get this in the frame, so I'm going to cut this out and, like, I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but it's like a little dragon moth.
Looks like a little moth.
It's cute. So anyway,
I think it turned out beautiful.
I love it, and so far the piece itself is looking amazing on it.
She's waiting for 2 threads, 3 threads,
three,
something like that.
So that's why I only did the pumpkin and part of the raven.
Yeah, I don't know, it turned out really pretty. She also did some fabric, so this is in our future plans, but she did fabric for it too. Misty enabled us, and she has a new pattern out, and I didn't even catch the name of it.
Picking strawberries?
Is that what it is? Anyway, it's got a couple little birds and strawberries on it, and you'll have to go to her Etsy page. It's Luminous Fiber Arts. Misty Purcell. She is, and read, sorry, the cat's losing her mind. Read all of the information about it, but I know that there is something in conjunction with she's doing fundraising or the sale of the patterns or something along those lines. Don't quote me, just go to her page and check it out, to raise money for her nephew, I believe it was, who's battling cancer.
Yeah.
So go and support her. She's an excellent designer, and she's just she's just a neat lady.
She is.
So anyway, this is the one that this is going to be our 4th of July start, and you can see all the lovely little sampler things in here. And we just fell in love with this because we're a very patriotic family, obviously. Don't agree with a lot with what's going on right now, so we tend to support our flag and our country very much.
I had to agree with Pumpkin Hollow and everything she's been doing.
I thought it was great.
And her Lady of the Flag is
I thought it was perfect. Yes. Olivia, your flag is
just amazing.
Très beau. Anyway, so this is going to be our 4th of July start, and she dyed some gorgeous fabric.
I did.
For it.
So this fabric was originally this brilliant blue.
Yes.
It was gorgeous, and we realized,
like brilliant blue.
Yeah, and we realized that blue is going to hide in this fabric.
But we needed to have, so this color is linen.
So it's pretty much white.
It's Weeks, is that what it is? Yeah,
Weeks Dye Works.
Linen. So it had to have something.
It can't just be a white piece of fabric. No. So I got crazy. Oh, this is showing up really good. So this is my piece. Yes.
The cats are crazy, guys. Too much crack this morning.
Yeah. So this is my piece. We ran out of salt, and salt is our setting agent. So I make homemade ice cream sometimes.
When I remember to buy half and half, or whipping cream.
Both. I take both.
Whatever.
When we remember to buy the stuff, and when I remember to have enough vanilla in the house. Anyway,
It's all about details with you, isn't it?
Actually, it's the recipe's fault. I have rock salt in the back for my ice cream maker, and I'm like, it's salt. It's not purified salt, but it's salt. So I tried it. So this is...
Isn't this gorgeous?
I think this is now 20 count because it shrunk.
It shrunk quite a bit.
Holy! Sorry.
You didn't say it.
I caught myself. Oh my God.
The cats are crazy today.
Oh, I don't know what to do about them. Anyway, so this is what it turned out. So if you ever run out of table salt, rock salt works. It works.
It works.
So that's for that. I can't wait.
She's been busy.
I
So this
have
is what
been.
we're going to start on Saturday. We had planned on taking a little road trip and going and seeing some fireworks because apparently all of our fireworks shows were canceled. But I think we've had a change of plans. So I think that's what we're going to do on Saturday.
Yeah.
I think. So you have something to show that I made you.
I do.
Actually, she has two things to show.
Two things. Yes, I do.
Yes.
Oh no.
Jenga. We have like
There are
Jenga
piles.
stacks.
There's piles.
Told you it's going to be a long video.
I'm just gonna put
Hope you
this
get some
here.
popcorn and some coffee.
Alright.
Just
Look at this beauty. Guys, I'm so sorry about these cats.
It's off-camera entertainment. It's like
I'm so sorry.
It's like the stuff that's going on in the background of a movie, but you're supposed to be watching the forefront of it.
I'm waiting for them. We have a box and a box and a box. My phone gets another box. I'm waiting for them to hit the table and everything just go. Focus, Morgan.
Oh, I forgot the letter of the day.
Oh, I will give you your.
I forgot the letter of the day. You'll have to look around for it. Oh my gosh. Maybe it should be something like cats or something.
There is one for cats.
There
You
is
find
one
it.
for
I'll talk
cats?
about the bag while
Okay, you talk about that.
All right. So, box of chocolates. Why am I talking around the bag? A box of chocolates, double-sided. That, and I mentioned a zipper pull. Guess what? I actually have one on here. I tuck them. The cats eat them. This one's mine. So there's gonna be 3 of these made. 4 of these made. 4 of these made. I can math. There's 3 more that need to be made. So I did a mariner's compass on mine because when I was little, she always made me a homemade coat that had the mariner's compass on the back.
In red, white, and blue.
You guys seeing a trend here?
Yeah. So the reason, box of chocolates, chocolate bunnies, you guys get the
You
correlation.
guys going? See where this is
See
going?
this is going? So there are 4 of us that are stitching this in a stitch along. There is Debbie from Creatively Yours. Hi, Debbie. There is Nicole from Stitching Happens.
Hi, Nicole.
Hi, Nicole. And there's Morgan and
Us.
I. We are stitching Spring Fling.
Okay.
Sorry about that, guys. We just got a phone call, and I'll explain that to you in just a minute. It seems to be a trend. Last week we got one. This week we got one. Last week's was very sad. Today's is...
Irritating.
No.
Not irritating, but
Anyway, so I think we finished off. We were showing you the stitch along.
yes.
Spring Fling. This is a... Who done this one?
Uh,
Brenda Gervais.
with the needle and thread.
Yes. So, anyway, we are starting this. The 4 of us are starting it on
July 1st.
July 1st, on Wednesday. You are welcome to join along with us. And I think the hashtag, that's where we left off at. The hashtag, I think, is
Austin for
720.
20. Yes.
I think that's what
Yeah.
it is. Yeah. Anyway, so that's what her fabric and her bag is for. And like I said, I'm going to hurry and I'm working as quickly as I can. I'm sending out a bag to Debbie and a bag to Nicole and then a bag for myself. So this wasn't planned, but I'm going to share this with you. So I have been having a really hard time finding threads for projects that we've been working on. And I know that with everything going on with COVID, and it's been really hard to find a lot of threads that us stitchers need and or want for our projects. And I, at the behest of Nicole, she had told us about a stitch shop in Pennsylvania. It's called Ye Old
Stitchery.
Cross Stitchery.
Yeah.
Cross Stitchery. They're in Pennsylvania. Great service. Our package is in the mail today. They shipped really quickly, and they had a lot of the threads that I couldn't find. Then last week, 2 weeks ago, we were told about a stitch along that is going to start on August 1st. And the pattern
Reflet de Soleil.
is Louise Lelier.
Louise Lelier, 1907.
1901. And I found the pattern with this shop in Tulsa. It's the Silver Needle. And So Morgan got on. She was, cruising down through the pages. She's like, "Mom, they've got our threads."
And I needed a thread for
yeah.
Reuben's reply.
And so we're just all sorts of excited. And so, what day did I do that? Was that Friday?
Friday or
Thursday or Friday?
Friday.
No, it was Friday or Saturday.
I
I don't know.
Saturday,
Anyway,
yeah.
I placed my order with them so we could get the pattern. Of course, she and I will share it. And the threads that we were missing. Well, the phone call that interrupted you was from her. Excellent customer service. Her name is Angie. Angie with the Silver Needle in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I'm already impressed with her, and this is the first time that I've done business with her. She apologized profusely for not having the threads that I needed. She was able to send hickory sticks, which Sis needed for a project. And I had ordered 2 because I wanted one for my stash. I don't need it. I was just getting them both at the same time.
It's never too bad to have an extra.
Exactly. So she's like, "Well, I have 1 left." I'm like, "Perfect." So she's going to send me that, and she's sending me the pattern. Again, she apologized. So just the fact that she took care of me with her customer service speaks volumes of what kind of a shop she is.
Yeah.
Again, small shop. Obviously, it's not local, but it's still small. It's not Michael's or Hobby Lobby or whatever. So if you don't mind ordering online, I highly suggest Angie with the Silver Needle in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So
I actually ordered, and I didn't mention this when we showed it to you guys before, but crazy nuts for the Quaker that we're gonna do by Luminous Fiber Arts. That's where I got it from. She sent it out before she put it onto her page, so that the little shops could have it before she got it.
I thought that's where you got Away We Ride.
No, that one's from another one.
Oh, okay.
Small.
It's from a mom and pop shop. That's what matters.
We support the little ones.
There you go. All right. So, and we learned a lot today that I didn't know. I thought I was educated about stitching, but
I feel like
Angie
we're
taught
relating
us
it
well.
now.
Yeah, I learn something new every day. All right, where did we leave off at? Now I feel all confuzzled.
I know, I hate
How
when
about
we
we?
have to do that.
How about we go here? So,
Yes, let's do that.
our stitch count for the month. I haven't put in today's totals, obviously. The month I'm at 14,761. For the year, 91,357.
She's on a roll. She's going to hit 100,000 by the end of July.
That was my goal. Yeah. So where are you at?
All right, so I'm almost at 6,000 for the month. I lost my Stitchy Bug this month again. I don't know what's wrong with me. I am losing Stitchy Bug. So I started a new book, hence the book in French. I'm loving it. And for the year, I'm almost at 40,000. I'm 240 something away. I have a project I'm going to work on today that I'm going to give a bunch of love, so I'm definitely going to hit that goal. So
There you go.
I'm happy.
All right. So if you are curious, because I do not mention her at all, and you will see from today's shirt that today is somebody's birthday. And so I think that it's very appropriate that we use the word of the day from the Dictionary of Sarcasm. I have a feeling in my gut that she would have appreciated this. So bear with me while I read. The word of the day is birthday. One's date of birth. The only day of the year when you can receive a card from someone professing to be your friend that includes a so-called humorous reference to how freaking old you are and how you're probably all dried up and can't get it up anymore. That's good. A topic of conversation that might otherwise get this so-called friend punched in the jaw. This sentiment is somehow okay to convey when it is delivered in a card featuring a black and white line drawing of a decrepit octogenarian, I cannot say that word, octogenarian, basically an 80-something-year-old, for those of you who don't know what that means, nodding off in a nursing home rocking chair. And you're supposed to smile and take it. Happy birthday, indeed. I personally have always thought that my birthday was my own federal holiday. That's actually what my dad used to call it. That that's your own day to do your own thing. Granted, you share it with millions of people around the world, but
For you, it's that one special day.
for you, that's that one special day. So if today is your birthday, happy birthday. today would have been my mom's birthday. I lost my mom to domestic violence when I was not quite 2 years old. Not a story that many of you know. And today she would have been 68 years old. She died very young. So if you have a loved one out there who is celebrating their birthday, be it your social distancing or otherwise, take the time to let them know that you wish them a happy birthday, because we never know when it's their last. So that is what my shirt is for. That is what our comment about happy birthday is. And now you see why I don't mention my mom, because it is very sensitive and very, very close to my heart. So, happy birthday, Mom. All right, on to other news. So, all right, I got a bone to pick with a couple of you people out there. So, we keep watching these videos. So, last week, 2 weeks ago, I don't even remember how long it's been, because, yes. So, we met some really, really neat people and found some great new floss tubes. And there were several people on there that just kept going on and on and on about full coverage fanatics. And we have heard Sarah, is that right? Sarah with Stitching Mommy. She has mentioned it before too. It's like, okay, so apparently she and I are now addicted to HAIDs and whatever.
Full coverage.
What do they call them? BAPs?
Big ass projects.
Big ass projects. Apparently size matters.
Apparently this girl who's terrified of anything bigger than this.
We like BAPs.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
There's probably a song
we
for
joined. It is. It's, what is it called? Flat bottom girls make the world go. There you go. So large ass projects make the world great. Anyway, so we both joined Full Coverage Fanatics.
Full Coverage Fanatics.
Words. And you talk about a rabbit hole that could get us into a buttload of trouble. But, no pun intended. So, they're doing, what is this called?
July Bingo Cell. You can tell hers is more full than mine. I have two.
I have this list of full coverage. Is that my list? I think that's my list.
Yes, that's your list.
So, I went through and I found that I could use it, so I'd like bingo up, across and down. Does that make sense? Down, across. I haven't committed to this yet, because we all know that I should be committed anyway.
Well, and I can't commit because I can't be committed yet.
You're old enough. You look good in a pink straitjacket. Anyway,
Try blue, honey.
They also have a, and you're going to have to help me out on this one. So it's every month they do a different country.
Around the world.
Around the world.
Yeah.
And you have to do 1,000 stitches in something that correlates with that country. Ironically, I've started trance. It's a dragonfly. Dragonflies are native to India. The list goes on and on. In India is the July.
Aries.
No, there's no dragonflies in Aries.
In Aries, there's a volcano, and the only known volcano over there is in India. I did my research.
I think I'll probably do trance, but I haven't decided if I'm going to go down this rabbit hole, because we also joined.
We joined Enchanted Stitches again. You guys remember a couple months ago we dropped out of there?
No, we weren't in Enchanted Stitches. We were in School of Magical. I don't know.
Witchcraft. I don't know.
It was last year's deal that they done with Harry Potter.
Yeah.
And there was, by the end of the year, it just wasn't fun anymore. I won't be negative here, but it just wasn't fun anymore. And so we decided...
What are you doing?
Because, you know, she kind of lost her stitchy bug, and there's been a couple other things that's kind of come to our attention with a couple of the other groups that we belong to, that maybe we need to try something different to keep us enthusiastic about wanting to do our craft and still complete our projects.
Still want to work on them.
Exactly. So, we're going to give this a try. Maybe we'll do it this month. We'll see how it works. This month, I'm going to continue going. This is also Joan in July, as in Joan Elliott, which we all know, if you've watched us for any length of time, She and I are obsessed with Joan Elliott. It could almost be like fangirl, spooky, stocky kind of thing.
Remember, you guys, I finished that pattern last month in 5 days.
We love Joan Elliott. We love her patterns. And yeah. So I don't know what July is going to bring other than I'm hoping a buttload of stitching because it's going to be the last full month that she's going to be home. The potato! Debbie Potato came to say hi.
Hope you don't have anything in your mouth.
Apparently she lost her coffee last video. Sorry, Deb. We love you.
Hi, Daddy. I'm Bo.
Oh, and by the way, Alice, if you watch us,
Hi.
we loved seeing you last video. It was so much fun. So, can you tell we have squirrel moments? A lot.
No, we have cat moments.
Okay, that works too. So, now that we've brought you the word of the day, and we've talked about everything else under the sun. So, do you want me to start with my mini whips?
Considering the fact that we have pretty much the same amount this time round.
Yeah, we've been busy. I think.
Hi.
I think.
I think we have a good...
So, you all know that I do Mail Hill Monday. And because there were, so I have 4 Mail Hills that I work on consistently. I have Peekaboo Pumpkin, Paisley Pumpkin, Cappuccino, and Boo House. Those are the 4 that get worked on every month. This month, there was 5 Mondays. So I was able to pull out this one.
I love this one.
I do too. I think this is
I love white
just
pumpkins.
the most stunning, and I love this color palette. So I worked on this one, and I put in 490 stitches in this one. And it won't come back out now until...
Oh,
When did we say? November? That doesn't sound right.
September.
August?
August or September.
I don't know. Whatever the next month that has 5 Mondays in it. That's when it'll come back out again.
Alright, so I think we're just going to alternate like we did last time. That worked.
I'm easy.
So I've been working on Persnickety Peacock. This guy is my travel piece, and I will show you guys why.
So she says travel piece. The reason, and no, we're not taking any long johns or any, fabulous cruises. Dalton has football practice now.
So I actually wore this.
Yes,
That's my
we're
brother.
a football band family.
Yep.
Yes.
I'm going to college to be a marine biologist and band geeking. Yeah, I still support the football team. So.
That's what good sisters do.
Yes.
Yes.
So I worked on Persnickety. I got his head done. I put his purple feathers on. So I'm stitching with wool thread, and we all know that I've used wool thread in the hedgehogs. The wool thread is the purple and then the dark green in here. I think the coverage is okay with one strand. What do you guys do? Because most of the time I only use one in the hedgehogs unless I have to tweed, which is a lot. So,
We would love your suggestions.
yeah, because I'm going to keep it with one, but what was that?
Well, no, I was going to let you finish.
Okay, I want to keep it with one because I like the coverage. But, what do you guys do?
Did you pick up my pattern?
I did, I put it in on this one.
Thank you. I thought maybe the cats ate it.
It was already in Kansas.
Oh, okay.
Kelly's coming with me to Kansas.
I finished up my challenge for my mermaid this month. We started this as a stitch along. I believe it's on Instagram, Siren Song 2020.
Yes.
You
You guys should see how this cat is laying. There's this much room on the chair with all my stuff on it, and she's like...
we started this with Nicole on the 14th of June?
Yes.
Yes. I put in, I think I finished with 1,240? That doesn't sound right. So anyway, so I got her fin done and I worked up here, and then this is like an out piece of it. Let me see if I can see that better. So I don't know if she will come back out again in July or not, because it is Joan, and I try really hard in July. This will be my 4th year. This will be her third? Second or third. Anyway, to really focus on my Joan projects. So probably won't give her any love next month, but I had a lot of fun with her. I'm starting to get up into the part where I'm I'm getting into a lot of beading, so I'm having to jump a lot, and I always worry that I will mess up, so anyway. Alright, you're up.
Alright, so I worked on the dolphin. Or the girl with the dolphin. And I got more of her dress filled in over here, and I pulled out the yellow. She's got a yellow underskirt, and I'm filling that in right now. So I might work on it tonight. I work on this when we watch TV. It's either 16 or 18 count, so I need the good lighting that we have. And we have good lighting in here, but it's a good tiny piece to work on while watching a movie.
Yeah. So this would, I started this one 9 years ago on Saturday. And I've shown this to you guys, I think, once before. So 9 years ago, on the 27th, was when my dad died.
You guys can tell that June just is not the month.
June is not our month.
And February.
June, the only good thing that ever came out of June, in my mind, was the fact that that's when I met Preston, when we were in high school. So June is tough. So I make the best of it doing the things that I love. I started this the night that he died. And he and I always had a thing about butterflies. He always used to say that after I'm dead and gone, if you ever see a butterfly or a dragonfly, it's me coming to see you. Never forgot that. We've always said that there's 6 butterflies on here. There's 4 of us, and there was my dad, and there was my mom. I bought this piece a long time before he passed away, so I always thought that was very poignant. Maybe we should have done a tissue disclosure at the beginning of this video.
And when she says dad, she means grandma and grandpa, not
my grandpa.
And my great-grandpa.
He raised me after my mom died. And then my mom was my actual mom. And then that's how far I've gotten. And I brought this out to do my 100-day challenge on, and I think I finished with 106. So I decided something. That it's sitting in its little box with this bitch of a colored pattern. I gotta figure out a new plan for that. I think I'm gonna take it and blow it up like I have my Joan Elliott's, so it's easier to read because it's all colored and it's really, really hard for me to see. But I think that I'm going to make it a goal that I want to have this done by next year on the 27th, because that will be the 10th anniversary of him being gone, and it can hang on my wall to celebrate us. So that's a happy note. So anyway, that was my Saturday stitch.
So yesterday, I need to go squirrel for a minute. I lost a stitchy bug. So I got the spinny wheelie thingy-mabob on my phone.
It's the spinny wheel of death. Who says that? Somebody says that we watch.
One of my teachers said that to me, and it stuck with me. I could never, the last couple weeks, I'm like, I don't want to stitch, I don't want to stitch, I don't want to do it. I literally was just sitting here at the kitchen table like.
She was doing dishes instead of stitching because she was putting it off, procrastinating so much. Yeah.
So, I got the spinning wheel of death. Death wheel decides what I work on. Death wheel...
You're such a dork.
I am, but you love me. Death wheel chose the black work wheel. Now, I'm not going to show you. If you guys want to see it, go watch the Mania video. You can't. I've been working on it.
So...
That's his ass. That's where I'm at. I'm doing the black work right now. So, yeah.
We can't show it to you because it's a pattern.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a free pattern, right?
It was, but...
I don't think we were always...
I don't know. I don't want to get in trouble.
I don't know.
Hence why it was backed by the flag. Anyway, this is where I'm at. I'm at the bottom. I hit the bottom.
Black work is gorgeous.
I really like it.
Gorgeous.
I thought I was going to hate it because I hate backstitch.
Black work's fun. It's not like backstitch.
It's
I
not.
mean, it is, but it's not.
It actually has a texture to it. Backstitch, you give texture to a thing instead. I'm rambling.
Alright. I don't know what day I worked on this. I think this was Monday. I think this was the one that I pulled Monday before we did our video.
I thought you showed this one.
No, I showed that that's what I was going to work on, but I done my stitches that afternoon. Remember?
No, but I believe so.
No? Alright, so I ended up doing, maybe I showed it. Anyway, I did 117 stitches on her. That's what she looks like. I love teaching. And I did some blue, and I think I did some rust, and then I think I did like some mustard or something. I think. Can't remember for sure. It went really, really fast. It's that, I thought it did.
Yeah.
Anyway, I need to work on her more because I have a friend who is going to start her own teaching, have her own classroom and stuff this fall. It'd be fun to get it finished for her.
Okay, so I worked on, I went through this project and decided I didn't want to work on a football practice last week. So I decided to take persnickety. So I was taking Funny Quilt, and I want to get Funny Quilt done for my college dorm, but I don't know. It's not that it's difficult, it's just a lot of black. We all know how I feel about black. So I worked on the word minute, and so I finished the N and I started the I. And that's pretty much all I did. 48 stitches or something like that. It was
Is that the
tiny.
one you took the other night?
It was the one I took on the first night of practice.
I didn't realize that was the one you were working on.
Yeah, and I decided the fabric, this is my parchment fabric. It's too dark. And I know you guys would think, wait, persnickety is dark. It's, I don't know how to explain it. I think it's a difference in the fabric too. It didn't shrink when I dyed it.
Is that the one you did with the tan? Yeah.
I'm trying to find more tan and I can't find any. I need some for a project.
Yeah, Rit dye is like,
Scarus.
excuse me.
It's like DMC thread.
Yeah. Alright, so this one was on, I think this was on Wednesday. I did 132 stitches on it. Another Stony Creek, you can see a trend. I started the Unicorn and the Princess. I have had this fabric and thread and beads and blah 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 since she was little. And for whatever reason, I can't tell you why, I never started it. So I put it into my 100-day challenge. This is the fabric. It's from Stony Creek, and I think it's called, what did I tell you, Blue Sky? So I worked on, like I said, the 100 and some stitches. And this is part of the moon, and then into the little round spot around the moon. And believe it or not, I had never worked with rainbow blending thread before.
And we actually had that in our spooky project.
Yeah, I had never worked with it before. And that's what you had to use for the moon.
Oh.
So it was kind of exciting to try something new, and you know, it's basically like the blending filament, but it was the first time that I had ever worked on it.
Hey, everyone.
Apparently, all of our cats are making a guest appearance today.
And let's hope this one's not annoying like he was the last time.
Oh my gosh, that was bad.
I couldn't show anything.
Bad. Alright, so that was what I did on Wednesday.
Alright, so
your turn.
She actually made this for me, and we didn't show this earlier.
Oh, you forgot.
We got distracted.
I know.
So, I found the fabric at Walmart for like nothing. So, she made me a project bag for Encounter, and this is the zipper pull I did. It's a little dolphin.
It turned out really fun. I have enough left for me a bag to go with Mermaid of the Pearls. I don't have enough for the inside and the outside, so I'll use what I have left for the outside of mine, and then I'll just pick up a chunk of fabric that, it's been a great way to use that fabric that I don't really like anymore.
Yeah.
To make the lining out of it, because
he's playing with a fluff
it
ball.
doesn't matter.
Oh my god.
At least he's not bothered us. Famous last words.
So I worked on Encounter, and I'm up here in this corner.
Yeah.
So this was the start of the loss of the Stitchy Bug, and I don't know why. I love this piece. So I just put in some more love up here. I just going along. It's just like Aries is for her. It's really dark right now, and I'm working this one. My cat's weird. This one corner has 5 different colors in it.
Wait till they see
Losing
Aries.
my mind. Anyway, I don't know why I'm complaining. Aries is hell. Anyway. right. Don't show the pattern.
So on Tuesday, I did this one for the 100-day challenge. This one is called You Are My Sunshine.
This was a Christmas present.
It was a Christmas present that Morgan got for me. And I started here in the letter E, or your R, and then worked up and did a little bit here in one of the petals. And I think I'm going to try and make it a goal to finish this one for Preston for Christmas. I think that would be very romantical. So we'll see. It's a very quick stitch. It'll go up fast, and it'll be a great travel piece.
Yeah, for when we go to Kansas.
Well, not just for
general.
Kansas, but I think for the bus stop. You're distracted. Come back.
He's attacking a rug.
He's probably got too much crack. I told you not to give him so much. You need to listen to me.
Alright, I finished the hedgehog. Well, not finished. God, that'd be a dream. I finished up the challenge for the hedgehog. So, please don't fall off. So this is where I'm at. I got a page finish. So the page finish was up to here. So this is as tall as he is. And I am just in love with this. I finished the bottom of her dress. So I remember, okay, you guys are going to kill me. Remember I said I was going to go 1,
There's
2, 3, 4.
no violence on this channel.
Whatever.
That's why we stab things thousands of times.
Hence, there is violence on this video. I decided to go 1, 3 because I realized how much confetti was going to be in the flowers on page 2. I'm like, no.
Where's your sense of adventure?
It's sleeping.
I didn't get to sleep in this morning. I've been going since 4:30.
That's your fault. He can get up and make his own lunch. He told me he was killing himself in the process of it.
No. All right. So on
Yesterday. That's a die.
So yesterday was a little bit adventurous.
A little bit.
So I was working on this, and Dalton got up and came in and sat with me. And long story short, we ended up mopping the floor because a cup of coffee got spilled. On these, on this, and on this. That's why it's so wrinkled. None of it's stained except the pattern, which, you know, who cares? It's pattern, right? So I brought this one out. I started this one. I can't even tell you. The pattern is from 10. So I'm sure I started it probably around that same time frame. Before said incident, I ended up with 123 stitches. And I literally pulled the needle off and threw it in the wash machine. And that's where I stopped for the day. I got these leaves in, and I did this blue down here. And that gave me a total of 123. I don't know what I'm going to do with this one. I mean, obviously it'll get finished eventually. My best friend's wedding anniversary, her 30th, is this year. Our 30th is next year. And Preston's mom and dad's 50th is next year.
Pearl, leave me alone.
So I don't know what I'm going to finish it for. I haven't decided.
This cat's going to be the end of us. Oh my god.
Take him down, please. So, good thing that she's all done showing all of her whips because I still have several to go. So, as you know, we've told you in videos past, Nicole has enabled us in the world of giraffes. It's her fault.
Nicole, this is all your fault.
I blame you wholeheartedly. So, I started...
I forgot about that piece, too.
Oh, yeah. So, she dyed this piece. Isn't this so much fun?
The 2 pieces for the Quaker were this color before I washed them. And
yes.
I did some stuff to it.
Yes. So I left this up here for the clouds. And you can see I got a little bit of her arm and her hoof. And her bathing suit was supposed to have been 208. And I was like, no. And this is what she looks like finished. Yeah, hopefully that's going to...
I think it'll focus.
So I worked here and then here on her hoof and her arm. I decided to use Purple Haze for her swimming suit. I thought it was cute, and I like just a real mild variegation. So, and I put in 136 on her on Thursday. That's when I worked on her for my 100 days. And then I worked on the Imperial Shuttle. This was on Friday. I worked on this one. This is one that Morgan found us off of this website, or it's an Etsy store,
It was
right?
from Etsy, yeah.
Imperial Shuttle, and the Etsy store is Awesome Pattern Studio. And I have 3 different ones.
No,
Excuse
you
me,
have
of
4.
the. Well, I showed Dalton 3.
Oh.
Anyway, of the
Maybe I
Star
had
Wars
BB-8.
ones.
I got BB-8.
Yes. And he picked up this one, and it's pretty good sized. It's 11 something, I think, is what it is.
It's a round finish, but
Yeah, so that's what I put into it. Mostly black, and I think this was $8.22.
yeah.
So I would like to get this one done for somebody for Christmas.
No, you're not going up there. I've already
We'll see. So, and then the other things that I worked on, so when we started football practice last week, I took Old Faithful because it's 11 count and it's easy to see, and worked on this one for,
Apparently when you pull out stitching, people think that they're supposed to talk to you.
oh yeah, it's like when you read a book, it's like it instantly says, come talk to me and interrupt me. Well, apparently that's what cross-stitching does too. Who knew? So I worked on this one both on Monday and on Wednesday. Yes.
Yeah.
And did a little over 200 on it.
What did you work on Friday? Oh, yeah.
Friday I worked on...
Aries.
No, I worked on...
Or bingo. My gosh.
I didn't write that down on Friday. No, that's because I messed up my dates. So never mind, ignore me. So anyway, and mostly what I did was, of that 136 was backstitch. So I worked on her sleeve and I did her little hoop. And I think I came up here on her dress, I did her arm. So it was mostly backstitch. But I think, oops, I forget there's a hole in the bottom of the bag too. I think I'm going to work on this one sparingly because I come up with a new plan. Let's see if it works. I also worked on Aries, which you guys will see again next week because I still have 200 stitches to put into this one for acrostic.
She's still in the dark corner of death.
Hold on just a second, guys. Sorry, guys. Had to get me a refill on my water. Alright, this is how much I've gotten done since I've seen you last. A smidge over, well, not maybe since I've seen you last, but since I've picked it back up, I've put in just a smidge over 1,000 stitches. And so, pattern, I've worked across, the 2 top rows are finished, and I'm starting on the 3rd row on page 1. So, like I said, I've got 200 left to put in this one for acrostic. I'm hoping to get it done today because tomorrow we have got a ton of stuff going on. Oh, thank you. If you would mark it off the thing. But I don't know. So I'm going to try really hard to get it done today. The last thing that I worked on, so hear me out. Not that you have a choice, but you know. I guess
They could just tune us out.
True. You guys all know that I've been working on Van Gogh for, 5,000 years. And so I got crazy after we decided to join the Full Coverage Fanatics. And one of the challenge was to put 20,000 stitches into a project before the end of the year. And I'm like, I could finish Van Gogh. And I got all excited. And then I did a stitch count. And I realized that I had basically 13,000 stitches. And that's not the exact amount. Where I'm at, so I have a little tiny bit left on page 5.
Yeah.
Page 5. So I just have this little bit left in page 5. Then I have page 6, page 7, and I have like 9 rows, and of course down, of page 8. If I don't count this, if I just count those 3 pages, I have 12,996 stitches left. If I said starting on July 1st that I would work on it every single day, which is 184 days until the end of the year, I would have to do essentially 71 stitches a day to get it done.
Which is not hard for her.
No, which is 100 stitches a day. I started this on January 1st of 2016. How awesome would it be to get it done on December 31st of 2020?
That'd be really cool.
So I think that this is something that I am going to incorporate, and it'll work out really well, especially because I've been doing the 100-day challenge since April 7th and haven't skipped a day and have done really well with it. The cool thing with this is that if I did miss a day or something happened that I weren't able to do it, I would be okay because I could stitch more on it because I really enjoy this one.
And she doesn't have to worry about duplicating colors. She's got this huge color palette on.
50. It's exactly 50. So that was, it's a thunk.
It'd be like me finishing Jack and Sally next year. I think I started that in January of this year.
Yeah.
It'd be like finishing it next year, which that's not going to happen.
Yeah. Well, it could.
That's a challenge.
So moving forward, oh, I have one more thing to show you. So I found this awesome store. They're in California, and I forget where in California. Where are my rubber bands, please?
I took it. The cat eats these.
What's with that?
Cats.
Because I've been having trouble finding my zippers for my project bags. Look what I found. Aren't these colors just...
One of them is actually on my mermaid bag.
Yeah, aren't these gorgeous? And then I went ahead and I got some whites. I love these colors. All I want to do now is sew.
Pretty. I like this
They're
one.
just gorgeous. So, you know who's going to be making project bags?
Who's busy today?
Today is a busy day.
Do you have the Joan Elliott book?
It was right there underneath your stuff.
It wasn't. You took it from me.
Oh. So, moving forward, future plans. Acrostic with, or no, excuse me, Whip Go with Jessie Marie. She drew on Friday. She drew the number 5 and the number 8. My number 8, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'm just so happy.
Can I have the book, please?
No, you can't have the book. Because I'm so happy. Looky, looky, looky. I'm so happy. I love these guys.
These guys are the most adorable creatures on the planet.
I'll probably be sad when I get done with them. I love them
Just
that
like
much.
Pumpkin Hollow was.
Yes. Except hers is much more patriotic than mine. Mine just hops along through life.
You should try to finish Betsy Ross
But
next year.
oh my god, right? Okay, so that's where I'm at.
I love these guys.
Their goofy eyes. So I almost got down to the bottom of the page the last time that I worked on it. In fact, maybe I did.
You hit the bottom of the page. You're at the bottom.
Anyway, so this is going to be, it's in Whip Go for 1,000 stitches, and it will be in acrostic for 1,200. So you should be able to see some good life into the frogs next time.
Alright, so mine, was that number 5 or number 8?
This was number 8.
Alright,
my I can't go in order.
Oh yeah. My number 8 is this beauty. She's out of timeout finally, after 3 months. Okay, let's hope I don't lose the needles. I got a beading needle on here. Okay, honestly, she's almost done. Now here's my thought process.
I would say half.
She's halfway.
You've got a lot to do down
I've got a lot of bead work. That's my saying. And cray neck. Hello. What if I could finish her next month? Wouldn't that be a dream? I don't think it's going to happen, but...
That would be COOL is what that would be.
I would be the happiest person on the planet if that happened. But
So I can't remember which direction this is, so I apologize if it's upside down. I think it's this way though.
I think that's right. I don't know.
Anyway, so number 5 for me. And I think you guys just saw this like a week or 2 ago.
Last week.
It's a Hade. It's out of World of Cross Stitching. It's the Moonlit Hair. And that's my progress. Or maybe it's...
She started in the middle
I
with
can't
this
remember.
one.
Yeah, I started in the middle because it's a Hade, but it's not a huge Hade, you know?
I guess a mini.
So, and this one is also on the board for 1,000 stitches, and it will get put into a cross stick for 1,200.
So I didn't grab my number 5 because
How
we saw...
dare you!
That's actually on right now. You guys saw it last week, or this month, or June. I got Ravenclaw again, which I'm getting kind of tired of repeating because at the time when I did the board, I only had 4 projects. So those 4 projects got incorporated into the bag, or not the board. Sorry, I looked at the bag and... Anyway, so I got Ravenclaw again, so that's going to get another 1,200 stitches. So, can I go ahead and show this one?
Of course.
Okay. So, my last plan for Joan, where are you?
It's hiding.
A witch's best friend. Now, if only Dobby could be like this, she could be the perfect witch's best friend. But Dobby is a raging biatch.
She is a goofy cat.
She got her claw stuck today, and she tried biting us for saving
Up
her.
underneath, okay, but in the cat's defense,
She didn't know what was going on.
she got her paw caught underneath the
Washing machine.
balancer foot on the washing machine. We had fun getting her out.
So this is
She's
where
fine.
I'm at. She's fine. She's pissed off at us right now, but she's fine.
She's fine.
This is where I'm at. It looks like a ginormous T-Rex. Actually, it was a T-Rex. Look on Instagram. I'm not explaining that story. I had fun. So it's in this fun little bag. Alright,
So-
now what are your Jones?
So my Joan, my big Joan, if you would find it in the book, please.
You guys seeing a trend with this book?
Told you, we're like fangirl, stalker, creepy with Joan Elliott. We love her work. So this is where I'm at.
Okay, well here's Father Son.
Oh, Wizard's clear at the back.
No, he's not. Mother Moon's at the back.
Well, he's more toward the back. So, I am up close here. This page is almost, this top page is almost done.
He's in the middle. Get your places right.
Okay. I have some hair.
It's called a wizard's view.
I have some hair and some beading to do. And then this page, that top corner,
This corner with
this
his...
corner
Yeah.
is done. And then I've done, thank you, Vanna.
Mhm.
I've done quite a bit of his cape. Of course, I still need to come around with the border. I don't know where I'm going to work out when I pick this back up, but I have a feeling I'll finish this page and then I will come down and work is finishing out down here. I have 4 Joan Elliott's that I'm going to put in a rotation for the month of July.
I'm
for
slacking this year.
Joan in July. I also want to start, so I have 17 days left. Today was day, what, 80,
83.
83, 84?
83, today's 83. I just did my bracelet this morning.
Days left for the 100-day challenge. And I'm probably going to start Joan Elliott's because I only have 1 more of my whips from my original whip pile to do. And then that will leave me essentially 16 days. Not counting the wizard and not counting the medieval lady. So I will have 14 days left to come up with a plan. And actually that'll leave me 12 days because I have the squirrel and I have the rabbit. So 12 days to come up with a plan of what I'm going to do with Joan Elliott. And I think I've come up with a plan, but I'm not positive. This one I started in April. This was my birthday start, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I think so. Anyway, she is the medieval lady, again another Joan, and she will go into this rotation as well. This is out of her Stitch collection. That's what she looks like. And I put a bunch into her because I started her, no, I didn't either start her on my birthday. I started her for the Aries sale.
Oh, that's right.
So I started her in mid-March.
I guess you started her technically for your birthday.
Yeah, kinda. Anyway, and stitch on her every day for basically the month
of Aries.
And this is where I finished off at. And I was missing a bunch of threads because, of course, that was right after everything happened, so we couldn't get out and get them, and I didn't have them, or what I did have I used up. So now that I have all the threads, I'm going to put her into rotation beads. And beads, yeah. Well, and cranic. I was missing a whole bunch of cranic too.
I didn't show them this. I want to show them this really quick.
Oh, okay.
So she didn't have a zipper pull for this bag. So I got this skeleton key.
Isn't that awesome? Like a castle?
Yeah, and I did purple, or blue and purple. They're her favorite colors. Oh my god, why do I do that?
Oops. It makes it unique.
I did that with so many of them.
So the last one that I actually have in progress is one that I started with Sarah, Stitching Mommy. And Morgan started one too. Remind me what you started.
A Witch's Best Friend.
A Witch's Best Friend. So this was, and this is a great picture, so I'll just show that to you. Cross Stitch Collection, and it's the Ladybug Fairy. And I worked on this one 1 day, 2 days.
I don't remember when we started. I know it was a Mania start. I don't have my planner. Oh, I do have my planner. Hold on. I can tell you.
It was the 28th or 29th of May. Anyway, this is the fabric.
It was the 29th.
And that's what I have done on her. And Morgan asked me to make her this one because she loves ladybugs. So
I had a ladybug
she will be in the rotation as well. So there's 3. One of the others that I want to start for my 100 days. So Morgan dyed this fabric.
Did I? I did.
Yeah.
Pink, blue, turquoise, and emerald.
And I can't remember which direction it goes.
I think she goes, we're going to do it
can't remember.
Like this.
Anyway, I treated myself. This was my birthday present to myself.
This woman is the most beautiful thing ever.
She is stunning. I fell in love with her when she came out 2 years ago. A year ago?
Yeah.
2 years ago, I think. Does it have the year on it? Anyway, so I think that I don't know if she will get put into the rotation to work on. I think that I will work specifically on those, you know. So essentially they'll each get 10 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10 days apiece. But she is definitely going to get a start because I absolutely love her. And somebody dyed me gorgeous fabric for it too.
Alright, so I'm contemplating. She doesn't know about this. She just found out. So, Father, Son, this is a ton of yellow, but also there's a ton of blue and purple and Mother Moon. So what's the difference?
You could make a gorgeous piece of fabric for that too.
I wasn't going to dye anything because I was just going to let it, because I didn't dye Mother Moon.
Oh, that's true.
So, we all know I'm a Cancer Leo. My birthday's next month at the end of Cancer.
Yes.
So I fall under 2 signs, and in all honesty, more often than not, I am a Cancer, but lately I have been the Leo. Anyway. So I want to start that.
That would be so cool.
I think I have most of the pretties for it.
I probably have to order the cranic and
of course,
beads.
Why is it always that cranic?
We cannot find 028 Citron.
And we have the beads, I think.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm entertaining it. I love these pieces, and I don't see why I shouldn't have both signs up.
No reason not to. Alright, one more left. We're
Alright.
almost done.
So,
Told you it was going to be a long video.
It's going to be a long video. Fun spicy. So, Spinning Wheel of Death drew this today.
Why is this so funny to
I
me?
don't know.
When I post on the Mill Hill page, I call it the spinny...
Wheelie dilly.
Thingy. The spinny wheelie thingy.
So this was a start in the middle. So this cactus is a little over halfway done. So it's this little guy.
Isn't that so cute?
And this is done on 18 count, so it's itty bitty little cactus.
It's very tiny.
It's like prickly.
Prickly is so cute.
But
I need to get prickly on and work on
We
prickly.
should work on prickly today.
I wish that I could work in prickly for the bus stop.
You
But
could.
there's-
My prickly's too tiny.
Well, but there's a lot of jumping.
There is.
And I don't want to mess up the cacti.
My prickly's too tiny, and I've discovered that I can't work on parchment in the truck.
Most people don't admit that their pricks are too tiny.
I'm not talking about which prick we're talking about.
Alright guys, I think we've irritated you long enough. Thanks for sticking with us. Thank you for just coming and supporting our channel.
Yeah.
Do we have anything else?
Be kind. Be
kind.
safe. And
safe.
hold the ones you love close.
Life is short. Thank you. Have a great day.
Bye.